Hey guys, in this clip, I went to go grab a coffee this morning after my run and drove up to a spot I like to watch the sunrise. And I just recorded a quick video about the first of the month. And I think I was trying to express a whole bunch of feelings all at once. And I think mainly it was this idea of holding yourself accountable by the things you say and tracking it. A lot of what I wanted to do with this YouTube channel, as well as other things like my blog and posting things, is that I want to be able to have a track record, show how I felt at different times, and in doing that and stating my goal and things like that, I hold myself accountable because I've said it, and I think that's what I'm trying to express. But I was feeling a lot of emotions at the time and was probably on the verge of tears a couple of times. But yeah, check it out. Let me know what you think. Cheers. Hi there, welcome back to the video. Doing one of the old school ones in my car with the camera on my steering wheel, taking it back to the good old days. Even shaved my beard, so now I look like super young again, so it's perfect. I want to talk about time, and obviously the reason I started this whole thing was to have a kind of timeline of showing my mental process, the things I'm dealing with, the things I'm looking at, my opinions, my thoughts and views. And it's funny how obviously I think I've drifted a bit away from that in the recent months. I kind of forgot the whole reason for doing this, which I think is super interesting, and exactly the reason I started doing it is to remind myself of what really am I looking for, because it's very easy to get caught up in your day-to-day life and you lose sight of the overarching goal. You lose sight of what did you really want. These small disappointments build up and become big disappointments, and you forget, why did you put yourself through this? Why did you do it in the beginning? Like me talking about my goals, things that I want to do, it becomes difficult because as soon as you verbalize it, you become accountable. And then with that is, as soon as you stray away from the goal, then you quickly become insecure. And if you're insecure, it leads even to more places of inaction, yeah, pedestrians again. And which is exactly what I wanted to stop doing by having something like this where I could verbalize, oh my word, like 100% things get hard, 100% things get difficult. And it's been difficult for the last 8 months, like since November of last year, I've been probably in a slump. And getting back into the old routine, looking at the old diaries I have, looking at videos that I recorded, and I'm just like, oh yes, that's why I want to do it. That's the reason I started this thing. And so more than anything, I think you do a disservice to yourself if you don't firstly state the things you're aiming towards and then spend time looking back at them and being like, oh yes, I remember now. Because at the end of the day, your self-judgment is always going to feel much harsher than anyone else's, because it's a much deeper, much more intimate understanding of yourself. And so obviously when I don't exercise in the morning, or when I'm not striving to achieve the goals that I wanted to achieve, or I'm not consistently working as hard as I wanted to, it becomes very difficult to continue, because I'm like, oh, but I said I would, but then inside of that, there's a lot of self-judgment you've got to deal with. And so that's kind of the whole point of this thing, is to just track that, to spend time looking back and being like, okay, cool. Yes, I felt that way, and I do feel that way, but I forgot. I lost myself on the way. And then just being like, okay, cool, Luke, like, that is the guy you want to be. So why don't you just start being him again, instead of making excuses? And so, you just work on it again. So yeah, that's my little take on the 1st of June, 2020. It's been a rough year, but at the same time, I think it's time to get back in the driving seat, take control of things. Oh, the lighting is horrendous, I'm so sorry. But yeah, otherwise have a good day, week, your life, and enjoy. That's just my 2-minute take. Cheers.